Cloud. Hi, welcome to the Upstream Marketing Meeting. Thanks for your patience as computers make my Friday a little bit more complicated than usual. But love seeing the full Brady Bunch view. Got a full house today. Um, let's start as we normally do. What's going on? Anything new that the team has completed that we want to highlight or talk through?
Well, so I actually have to drop off at the halfway point. So I've got something that I just wrapped that I'd love to
Yeah.
talk about with folks. So nothing crazy exciting, but I did sit down with you and go through kind of what that blog authoring process is, and answered a bunch of like really turns out kind of goofy questions, and got like the actual story. So let me just share that. Oh, never mind. I can't share. Do you mind sharing the gist there, Matthew or Matt?
Yeah, all good. I'll share or I shared it in the discussion, but I'll share the screen too.
So just did a quick run through of what the paths are for getting into the Kubernetes blog. So obviously it's probably super clear to everybody else, but for me it wasn't. So you can just if you already know what you're doing, you can go right to the Kubernetes website, open a PR, and walk through the process based on what they have defined. If you're going through the Kubernetes upstream marketing team under contributor experience, you can come here and pitch a story, or you can open up a contributor comms request issue, right? And we link to that there. Go through a draft process, right? Drafting in one of a couple formats, including HackMD. This was the thing that really threw me, was the HackMD thing. I didn't know what we meant there. Once you've got a draft, you can get assigned a pair, right? So that someone from this team will help you through the process of getting your thing ready. Again, you can get it through that issue or through this meeting, and then we'll help you polish it. We don't currently have, I believe, a canonical format document, right? But there's a general format that's pretty easy to intuit by reading the other blogs. There's some technical considerations for what you need inside your article that is linked right there in the gist. Then you can go down the road of opening a PR with the Kubernetes repo. But if you're not super Git savvy or you want help, the pair that you got for writing your article or a different pair will help shepherd your process through that Kate's blog PR. Sound right to everybody? Okay. Well, so if that sounds solid, I can, if we know where that goes inside our documentation, I'm happy to put that there.
Definitely. And yeah, let's connect it to the issue that inspired this.
Right.
Excuse me as I fumble through shortcuts like I'm new to computers. Um, I
I've
think it's
got it
on
somewhere actually.
this one. So yeah, what I love about this, Jason picked up this issue at a step-by-step blog publishing guide. And he just basically watched through and asked very pointed questions at what I was doing. I think the next step would be to maybe take a look at what we have through here, see if we can unify the two, and then we need to find a home for it. Here, have this.
I just marked it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
I
did.
said
Cool.
that. Sorry.
Oh, that's great. Is it even a comment if it doesn't have a emoji attached to it yet? Yeah. Yeah, this is great. So this is one of those things that confuses the hell out of people. So I'm really thankful that you took the time, Jason, to get that documented. I say at this point, if you have comments on how to improve it or questions, We're documenting what exists, and then this is the right space to be to talk about what we should be doing possibly instead, or to simplify, or draw a flow chart of it if we're feeling inspired and flowy, whatever kind of helps. But for those who both have and haven't blogged, is there anything about that is helpful to see written down?
Matt, if you don't mind, can I ask the question a different way?
Please.
Is there anything that's confusing here?
Yeah, other than my phrasing of the question. Yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
No, that's great. Yeah, thank you.
I think maybe we need to add the Twitter and the marketing thing after blog is published.
Oh, cool. Like what happens after?
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah.
Can I go next because I have to go to a session afterwards? Yeah. So I was 1 second. Where is it? Okay, I lost my so too many windows. Give me a second. So I reached out to Tasha from SIG Usability, and I have a call with them like this particular week, coming week, to discuss more about like a blog post on what is going on during their SIG, because they also mentioned like they're planning on doing something like doing a blog post to support their KubeCon talk. So that's good. Other than that, shout out to Bart. He made a nice rap song for the community. And I also shout out to Kaislin for connecting with me with Bill. The session I had with him regarding getting more students involved in CNCF was good. We sent out a form in order to like which students can fill out, and then we'll be sending them coupons for KubeCon. It's like we got like 300 something people sign up for that.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, Bill shared with me the coupon, and I'll share with them tomorrow because people are still filling it out. So yeah, that's good. People showing interest and stuff. What else? Yeah, I believe that is about it. I was looking forward to like filling the shadow form. So I asked like Piyush on DMs as well. So he was also like super helpful in those terms. So yeah, that's pretty much that's going on from my side. Yep.
Cool. Anything you're stuck on or looking for feedback on at this point?
No, not really. But like the Twitter thing, the marketing thing, regarding that, I'm still waiting like for the information from Caslin.
Sure.
The previous tweets. Yeah.
Fair. Leave it for you two to work on scheduling. Schedules are hard.
Or I guess, are we just gonna ignore that Bart wrote another rep? Should be part of us now.
He wrote raps. I'm seeing like on DOK Twitter, like there are so many videos. He wrote quite a lot of those. Yeah.
It's a good way to stay busy.
Yeah. Writing's for others. Bart expresses himself through verse.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like speaking in tongues. Oh no, we can definitely. The thing is, I'm totally open to start doing raps for these Friday meetings, like just with the summary. It's like that would totally be fine. Anyway, there are options.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead.
We've noticed that the upstream marketing group's videos have become the most popular ones on the Kubernetes open source channel, and we're not sure why that happened.
I feel like I'm terrified now.
the Bart effect. Speaking of Bart, and it sounds like a lot of people have conflicts coming up, no problem at all. But Bart, Kunal, and Sladen, I want to ask you, I'm doing an update to there is a group handle on Slack called contributor comms. So whenever somebody tags that, we all get notified to see what the latest is happening there. Totally optional. If you don't like Slack notifications, you won't insult us. But I wanted to gauge whether you're interested in being on that handle so that you get the same notifications since
Do it.
y'all been hanging out.
Yep, sure.
I'm in.
Yep.
All three of you?
Sounds
Okay,
good.
great.
Yep.
Perfect. Good. If you can, I think I have all of your handles. Let me make sure. Kunal.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, I have two handles in the channel, which is confusion because
All good.
I'm not able to remove the other one. So the one that has a bio is the one that I'm currently using. The other one does not have a bio.
Okay. What do you say you respond to the thread in SIG-ContribEx right now, so I can make sure to tag the right one? Okay, it was the one I found. Perfect.
Cool.
Thanks, Kunal. Kunal. Great. Okay, those are the main kind of pieces floating around. I think we're working on plenty of articles as well. So anyone want to bring up other things before you got to get going? All right, let's go into articles. So we have a series of articles that have been in progress around telling your contributor story, and really happy to say that they're starting to cruise. So Chris's on non-code is hanging out. There's a pull request in for the kickoff story. There's a pull request started that I haven't hit the button on. I was working through it with Jason, but Piyush, yours is coming along too.
Yeah, it should be in by this week. Not next week. Today's Friday.
Yeah. Very cool. And yeah, so that's cruising along. Our goal for that series is to get a set of them out on the .dev domain by KubeCon.eu, give some examples of what that looks like. Really excited about that stuff. But moving a little further forward, I think it's very cool that the PSP article went live, updated by the SIG leads of, Tabby jumped on that.
SIG security.
Yeah, from SIG security and SIG auth. So that was in. It looks like it was well received, and congrats everybody. I know we helped on the side, but I think for better or worse, our first attempt at doing something there inspired people to do it differently, and I think that's for better. That's great. Nice cup, Chris. Great, Bart. I wanted to check in. How are things going with your profile? And yeah,
I sent you an updated version of that with some changes that were in there. The other thing that I was thinking about is that if it might be helpful to get a quote from somebody else, perhaps Paris herself or maybe somebody else, if they could say something about Michelle just to validate the other things that are in there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can find lots of people for that.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you want? I guess is a better question. Do you want Paris to quote or?
Oh no. I guess I mean I suppose to just whoever not knowing Michelle's circle that well, I wouldn't know who would be the best to comment on the things that are mentioned in what's been written so far.
Yeah, let's grab the link and I can show people where it's at.
Okay, let me get.
I feel like Liz would be a good person, maybe. Caslin, any input?
Which Liz?
Liz Rice.
Rice.
I feel like there are surely others, but morning brain.
Right. I'm dealing with that too today as I'm moving rather slow. So, because yeah, like I know in my interactions with the TOC, Liz and Michelle have worked close together. It seems like. So maybe that would be a better source for a quote. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
Very
Those
cool.
two also might have other suggestions for us.
True.
Yeah, maybe somebody who worked with her on Helm, just so that's project specific.
Oh, we can ask Bridget. How about that?
There
I
you
was
go.
about to say Bridget.
Yeah.
Who wants to take that thing? Bart, do you want to do that? Or
yeah, Bridget. What's Bridget's last name?
Kromhout. KROMHOUT.
Okay.
I can't remember. She's very active on Twitter, maybe on here.
Yeah. I just found her on Slack, but I have also
Okay.
I follow her on Twitter too. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I would just say Slack. Wait a couple hours. or a day, then DM on Twitter. Depends on, urgency.
Hmm.
Kind of like just go through the progression until you get a response.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, I want to say what you just said, Chris, but like louder. Like, I don't know if it's common knowledge that for many people in Kubernetes land, it's like if they don't respond on Slack, the next best thing is to DM them on Twitter, and then to email them. But it's kind of hard to find email. It's pretty easy to find the first two, and I'd say like 90% hit rate from those two channels over a couple days.
And if you need the email, I can get it.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, congrats on getting that draft along further. I think the quote's a great idea. If you feel like it's needed for the narrative, and the format looks like it's ready for Markdown, so we are well on our way. Awesome. Got those. Joel said he's still working on things. I think that kind of covers it. Anyone working on anything interesting article-wise, or have ideas that they want to work out loud with people?
Just to follow up, because I mentioned this last time I was here 2 weeks ago, is that touching to folks that have been doing internships or menteeships, I now have 4, basically to get like 1 minute videos. The idea is them narrating their stories with pictures showing the people they worked with, the projects that how they heard about the CNCF and Kubernetes in general. Then the project they worked on, the people they worked with, what they learned, and also their contribution, and then call to action at the end, encouraging other folks to do the same thing if they want to find out more. And I think we had mentioned 2 weeks ago to try to have these ready before KubeCon, which I think is doable, because the format's relatively simple. It's just a voiceover with some music and then matching up the pictures. So I talked to somebody else. So I created a document where I'm going to be putting all the text there. I was just wondering, is there anything that besides those kind of bullet points that I mentioned that I'm asking, are there any things that you think that we should be encouraging them to talk about, or specific things they should be sharing?
And remind me, what group of people is this? Like
people that have done internships or menteeships. Yeah.
Internships or menteeships. Any thoughts, folks?
I think it'll be easier once I have one to show you, so you'll see how it looks, and then because the idea is that this could be a format that could be replicated for lots of other kinds of things. Just like I said, a simple storytelling that's relatively easy to put together. Because with 10 to 15 pictures, you have enough to tell a story that's about a minute long, and then always finishing with a call to action to encourage people to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I completely trust you. It sounds like you've got a narrative in mind and the steps to get there. So, I'm always interested in asking people like what they found challenging and how they resolved it, or like their favorite moments of something, like something that's like emotive and personal.
Yeah.
But like people can see themselves in it. But yeah, it sounds overall what you're saying sounds freaking brilliant. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Will do.
Amazing. So video series, I'm just going to put a placeholder in the editorial. And then when it comes to release, are you thinking like we'll add that to your project YouTube or to our community YouTube and then write articles?
Yeah, your community YouTube. No, completely. Like this is for this group, like this is but I'm just thinking about something that I think that I don't know, just thinking about other things as well too, is that this could be a format that's not just wouldn't just have to be for people doing internships. It could be for anybody that's contributing to some kind of a project. Is how'd you hear about it? What's your experience been? Then like you said, it's like something personal. That's why I was saying about, learnings and then also contributions, the impact that's being generated. I think also the challenging aspects too are good as sort of like a wake-up call, so that folks will keep that in mind. Like this person had difficulties with this, so let's try to make it easier for people in the future. But yeah, anyway, so I should have one by the end of next week, so I'll be able to share that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I'm looking forward to next week's meeting. That sounds brilliant. Cool, man. Well, good. All right, cruising right along. So articles are looking great. I haven't heard of any new items that people have tagged us in that we need help doing. So shifting into improvements, like anything that this group is working on. I think Jason covered the big one, and I covered the getting people signed up so you can get notified in Slack. Any other bots or processes that people have been hacking on? All good. And I think we're just to the back half. Anyone have fun ideas? Do you want to draft up some tweets that might be fun? Add that to the mix. Oh, I see a
Or
pull request.
did we do a tweet for this shadow application for 1.22? I think probably we can do it.
That's a good point.
That's a good idea.
I think we retweeted something on it, but we should do a tweet ourselves.
Yeah, and how is that going? Like, are there sufficient applicants? Is there any angle where like, hey, we're looking for more people from diverse backgrounds, from different industries or different spaces? I'm just trying to think if we can be additive based on what the team needs.
I am not sure yet. I mean, this is the first time I am being a lead, and we haven't had a first meeting yet, so I'm not sure what the process is. But I would assume, based on how I got accepted, is they would need some contribution to Kubernetes. I believe
Yeah.
that's one of the things.
That's great.
I guess you would get access to the form after the deadline is closed, and I believe the deadline is next week, next Friday. Yeah, so you might be able to see the responses, and then but then that would be too late to tweet, right? Because that would be the deadline. So, but yeah, you could reach out to the leads and ask for the form responses, and then see if you require any more students, or I mean,
Right. So I mean, sorry. I was just saying we did a tweet for 1.21. I don't see a tweet for 1.22. So I guess that should be good.
Okay, let's do it. Does anyone want to live do it? Live submit a PR? And no? Yeah? I see Regula nodding. You down for it? Yeah?
Do it.
Do you want to share your screen or do you want me to?
live coding.
Yeah.
This time was-
It's gonna be great.
It's not
I
too
can
bad.
just do it. It's fine.
All right, I'll pass you. I'll share host.
You want to do this on record?
Want to do the what?
Are we doing this while recording or after recording?
Yeah, I mean, for the 7 people that watch this
Okay.
over the next 10 years, I feel like they deserve a show.
Okay. Maybe I'll just do it everything
God,
from
that's
GitHub.
amazing.
Wait, you think there's people like going through watching us hang out on a Friday?
Funny because
You see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. It's 22, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So I can't create a branch from here. Okay. I'll just do it from my terminal. Just a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Do you still see my screen?
We just see GitHub. We're not seeing your terminal. If you want to share that.
Huh. What now?
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, if you're writing in code, now that you launch code, we don't see that.
I don't see it open yet. I'm just waiting for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you run Pop OS too. Nice.
Yes. So yeah, we're here.
There it is.
I think I already have something shadow. No. Okay, I think it's something.
Also, just tangential to the discussion, did we stop the shout out tweets we had? I don't know. I guess we discussed that we would have a shout out. We would just pick up from the shout out channel and post it as a tweet.
I've just been too busy lately to do them.
Yeah.
Unintentional
Sounds like you need a
droppage. I've been,
shadow, Caslin.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Again.
maybe that's a spring cleaning exercise. Like we need to get on some proper shadowing in this org as well.
I'm a terrible shadow, by the way. For what it's worth. Although I make a big shadow when I stand outside.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something witty, but I feel like I ran out.
Yeah, that wasn't very good either. So, you know.
Oh, where are you now, Rajula? We just see your terminal.
I'm sorry, there's been some old thing. I'm just cleaning it up. I think I'm here. I have the commit history.
What the heck is temp? Oh, that was a repo. That was a folder.
Yeah, I just cloned it again. So it's in front.
Gotcha.
Yes, we are. Windows import. I think we have a shadow application. I'm just gonna copy this. Do you have any improvements with the tweet?
All right, let's check this out.
I need to check if this link works.
Say suggestions that come to mind would be to switch Kate's to Kubernetes, just for, and then
Dexterity,
yeah, a little easier for people to catch it. And then I love the call to action of apply ASAP. But maybe we should also let people know like applications close.
16th of April.
There you go.
The limit is 140 characters, right?
Yes, yeah, we might be.
Okay.
Apply. So I think it'd be application, or it's not 140. It's 280 these days.
Okay, I think it should be fine.
Yeah, and instead of apply, it's applications close. Since we changed this.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Applications for the release shadow. Oh, it says ends to. There we go.
Okay. Okay.
Got the repeats.
Good enough.
Do you want to keep the apply step or apply now, something like that?
Applications close, yeah, but apply ASAP. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, let's match this. I need to just let me do this from terminal. I use one password and I don't remember my password.
That is the danger of having just one password.
I need a password manager for my password manager.
Yeah, I actually did daisy chain them.
Did you really? It's like, I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but I feel like if you do it wrong, it's a terrible idea, right? Like,
yeah, if you
have
mix
to,
up the order.
Yeah, you have to have good separation.
Okay. Interesting point. So Tim Bannister brought up in our Slack channel a request that he doesn't see any articles about 1.21 being released.
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah, like when we Google search, it just shows other people's stuff.
Right. Well, SysDig and a few other folks always do an article every release. So there's 121 feature blogs, but not an overarching one.
I see the release information on data. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get that. That's like a release blog, right? I mean, exactly.
Yeah, I think the question being like, is there a standard release blog that covers the overall? Pia, sure you're familiar with that?
Yep. There is a release blog that falls under comms. That's what we do.
Right. Are they
Wait,
like
that's what we do?
progressively releasing them? No. The contributor, the comms part of the release team.
Sorry. Oh my god. I want a Venn diagram of how confusing this is. Okay.
Yeah. So there is a release blog, right? That goes out
from the comms team of the release team, not the blog team of the release team of the comms of the. No, sorry. Okay.
Don't stop.
Okay. So being less punch drunk and more to what you're saying. So there is something in progress there, or is there any help needed?
No. So there is a blog that is published, right? I just pinged the link in the chat.
Okay.
That is a Kubernetes 1.21 release blog.
Okay.
And it always get published on the same day when the release happens, right? So
nice.
Goes with the release doc.
Wait a minute. That's weird. Oh, power to the community. Okay, I was reading it wrong.
Now I'm curious, what did you read?
Me too.
Sorry, I just paused my screen. I think we're there.
All good.
Push. Go fetch my password. Okay, we are pushed. Now let's make a pull request. Oh shit, I did something. Just a second.
And this is why we hope to have a issue-based tool, because it's surprisingly complex.
Just to continue on Tim's thought, I think he's mentioning that it's not being picked up by publications, right? The Kubernetes release thing is not becoming as major news as it used to be, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Are there any steps we usually do to publicize a release? Maybe Kubernetes is getting towards stability. Oh, okay. Yeah, doesn't. Yeah, it's a solid point that like.
Right.
I guess this is a really thorough and decently structured blog post. Like it should be. The only thing I'm seeing that like Google doesn't like is that the sections are H1s instead of H2s, which would make it show up less in Google searches. But if people are linking back to this, then it would rank highly.
We should still change them. Like H1 is the actual title, H2 is the subsections, right? Like
yeah,
that is worth doing.
Well, I'm going through. Let me double check that. I'll take that
Okay.
action of, because I just found there's a researcher who's done a scientific analysis of what the myths versus the actualities of SEO knowledge based on Google's patents and what they publicly have announced. And I'm reading through it right now. I'll look up this exact case and see if it matters. And if it matters, maybe we can apply a few different SEO practices to make that pop or like rank a little higher than it does right now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But it's too, he's making a great point that like maybe we should be reaching out to people to say, hey, link back to us for the most accurate information. Like that that is a thing that you normally do if you're a company.
Right.
But
link building is a thing we should probably talk about at some point.
And I mean, that research, I mean, I think this is what we should do. And when I say we, this time I mean the comms team, the contributor comms team. This is something that I guess we can help with to prove the SEO and to make sure that comes up.
It does show highly when you search Kubernetes 1.21.
Oh, good.
So
I guess it's not in the news section. I guess that's only thing.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something we need to. It would be cool if we could get it to show up in news, but I guess we're not a news source. It's showing a bunch of container
there's a
journal
whole process behind that, right? Like you have to actually apply to be a news source and everything. It's pretty in depth, and it takes weeks to yes or no. I think we should do it.
We are ranked #1 when you search Kubernetes at 1.21. So that's as good as you can get for a reasonably low context search.
Yeah, and I don't feel like people are going to Google News to get Gates information. No offense to Google News or anything, or Google in general.
Sorry, I just finished it. So if you can review it, we're good to go.
Cool.
Sweet.
Let's check it out.
Sorry, it's been a mess.
No, you're great. Thanks for being the guinea pig this round.
Yeah.
No, I need to.
Live demos are really hard.
Right. No, just approve it. I don't see.
Yeah, I think Piyush, it's your call. So if you want to approve it, since you're the lead, I think that would make sense.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I have to. I guess forget. I have to give the command properly. Did this work? It's a /LGTM, right?
Yep. It says this PR is approved.
Yeah, you just LGTM.
And you're an owner, and it's pending merge, so it should move right along.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
Look at us.
We do things.
Look at us. Look what we did. Okay. Well, that was every once in a while. Yeah, we try not to make everyone feel like they have to know how this stuff works. It's always good to be a user of your own tools now and again. So thanks everybody for playing along, and it's a good reminder we should mess with that library to make it a little easier. Great. Yeah, and the bot will get to that in a sort of lazy load kind of way. So I'm gonna, stop
It takes a
sharing.
while. It gets merged automatically. Yep.
Cool. Well, great. Don't think we have anything else on the agenda.
I think you need to actually go to make that review. Is actually you have to review the PR as well, not just LGTM.
That would be new.
Yeah, I did. I approved the changes and I commented LGTM, or LGTM has to be separate. Shouldn't be part of the approved thing, is it?
Okay. Then should be fine. Yeah, sorry, should be fine. Yeah.
Just in case, I'm just gonna comment LGTM separately as well.
No, I can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Right, it takes a while. No worries. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it did now.
we-
Right. So that's what we learned today. You put it as part of the approved message, it doesn't work. Wow.
Yeah, I think
Right, so this,
the
I had
approval
to-
itself doesn't do it. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So I had
Okay.
to separately put the LGTM comment. If you put it as part of the approval message, it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah. It didn't see it as a discrete action.
Mm,
Ah, interesting. Computers.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you for that, Rajula and Piyush. And good to get a tweet out about it. Good luck to those applying for Shadow. That's really cool. I think that wraps us up for today. Have a absolutely wonderful weekend and great seeing you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.